Hey everyone, my name is Falcon and this is Flamebreak, officially launching March 15th, so if you like what you see here, definitely check it out. Flamebreak is a roguelike game that makes each experience somewhat different, in that it only allows you to have one life, so once you die, you'll have to start over. For some people this might be annoying, but to me it adds an element of difficulty knowing that you have to be careful about the moves that you make and the upgrades you end up buying. You can't play this game expecting, like in so many others, to simply restart the level once you die. A nice addition to this game is the competitive aspect through the leaderboards, allowing you to see how you fare in the difficulties. These difficulties are labeled as Daily, Daily Hard, and Nightmare, which is basically just normal, hard, and really hard. So if you're a player who wants to see if you can get your name to the top and be the best there ever was, this allows you to do so. Another interesting thing has to do with your character selection. Normally, you'd have a set class, a set build, and you would go on your merry way fighting through monsters. In Flamebreak, every time you start over, your characters change, and so do their abilities and weapons. You could have started with an elf carrying a spear with the abilities Ethereal Projection and Flame Wave, and in your next playthrough, if you choose the elf again, you may find yourself playing with a musket and the abilities Shockwave and Skeletal Mines. This is just a small example of a combination, as there are many more that you can experiment with. The starting classes are Dwarf, Elf, Human, and Minotaur, and the starting weapons are Crossbow, Stone Sword, Musket, and Spear. And lastly, the starting skills are Flame Wave, Ethereal Projection, Skeletal Mines, Shadow Strike, Whirlwind, and Shockwave. But as you can see, there are more classes, weapons, and skills that you can unlock just by playing the game, with the exception of the Mysterious Challenger, which I'm not entirely sure myself how to unlock. The actual gameplay starts off very simply, showing you an overview of the first stage of the map, your items, your skills, and stats at the top. In this overview, it allows you to choose which way you want to go, which can be straight to the boss, or if you're curious about the rest of the area, you can explore a little bit more to see if there's any hidden locations around the map. Whichever direction you decide to take, the map will open up and give you more options to choose from. Eventually, it will lead you to the boss battle. There are also a plethora of items in the game that can take you out of sticky situations or allow you to explore the map further. Items such as healing potions can be stored to heal yourself at a later time, and items like cheese restore your full health instantly. Other items such as necklaces and weapons give you stat bonuses which help your character survive longer. These items, along with others, can be found in towns and bought with the gold you acquire for beating the areas. Bear in mind, there is a feature called the Shadow that ends up filling the map each turn. Each area it encompasses will not give you any rewards that you may have previously been able to acquire. This gives you a sense of urgency and caution in the decisions that you make, knowing that you may not be able to go back for any rewards that you may have seen. There are also some levels where you not only have to worry about the enemies you are facing, but the level itself may have an interesting surprise in store that damage both you and your enemies. Some levels may surprise you, as they are mini-game levels where the object may be to grab gold from monsters or to defend the gold. One way or another, you end up with more gold than you started with, so these areas can be very helpful. Venturing into places on the map labeled as Wise Men or Blacksmiths, or even Grand Bazaar, can help improve your character's stats in ways like leveling up your skills, buying armor pieces that once complete give you a bonus effect, and there are also temples which give you effects that can help your character continue to become stronger, depending on if you clear the temple or destroy it for the favor of the other gods. The actual gameplay is honestly really simple, but surprisingly rewarding, as you have to be aware where your character is in relation to what's being thrown at you, from traps being placed on the ground and arrows fired at you by archers to long beams of death. There's a lot of things that you have to keep track of, and you have to make sure you use your skills correctly, because if you aren't careful, you could land yourself in the middle of a group of enemies, which makes it very easy for them to surround you and cause massive damage. Overall, I actually really enjoyed playing this game. It gave me more frustration than I thought it would, and actually made me want to continue to play it. And it gave me a sense of accomplishment when I was able to pass an area I had previously died at while having less damage given to me. As I haven't passed the storyline just yet, I can't really say how long it is, but I really like how the story was introduced, and the poetry is enjoyable. Altogether, I would say for a game that's $9.99, it was surprising in what it gave me, which was a competitive feeling. I wasn't really expecting much of this game, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to say in this video. Especially because my initial idea was, oh, I most likely won't enjoy it. It's not a game type I usually play. But I did end up enjoying it, and I would honestly recommend it to people who enjoy roguelike games and are a bit on the competitive side. I also want to give a big thank you to the developers for sending me a code and allowing me to check out this game, because while I normally don't play games like this, I still enjoy the experience. So thank you.